Mark Waugh, born on June 2, 1965 in Canterbury, New South Wales, Australia, is widely regarded as one of cricket's most elegant and stylish batsmen. He was born into a cricketing family, with his twin brother, Steve Waugh, also becoming one of Australia's greatest cricket captains. Mark's flair, natural ability, and nonchalant demeanor on the field made him a fan favorite. Mark made his first-class debut for New South Wales in 1985 and quickly established himself as a talented stroke maker. However, despite his obvious ability, it took several years for him to break into the Australian national team. He made his Test debut in 1991 against England, replacing his twin brother Steve in the lineup. In his debut match, he scored a century, showcasing the elegance and effortless style that would become his trademark throughout his career. Unlike Steve, who was known for his gritty and determined approach, Mark played with a more casual and free-flowing style, making batting look easy. Throughout his career, Mark Waugh was known for his ability to play both spin and pace with equal ease. He had an exceptional ability to find gaps and score runs quickly without taking unnecessary risks. His cover drives, flicks through the leg side, and late cuts were particularly admired by cricketing purists. Mark's fielding was another key asset to the Australian team, especially in the slips, where he was one of the safest hands in world cricket, setting a record for the most catches in Test matches at the time of his retirement. In one-day internationals, ODIs, Mark Waugh was equally prolific. He was part of Australia's victorious 1999 World Cup team and formed a successful opening partnership with Adam Gilchrist in limited overs cricket. His ability to rotate the strike and accelerate when needed made him one of the most consistent performers in ODI cricket during the 1990s. He scored 18 centuries in ODIs, which was an impressive feat for the time. Despite his undeniable talent, Mark Waugh's career was not without controversy. In 1995, he was involved in a scandal when it was revealed that he, along with fellow Australian cricketer Shane Warne, had accepted money from an Indian bookmaker in exchange for pitch and weather information. Although the incident did not affect his long-term standing in the team, it did tarnish his reputation briefly. Mark Waugh retired from international cricket in 2002, ending a career that spanned over a decade. He played 128 Test matches for Australia, scoring over 8,000 runs at an average of 41.81, with 20 centuries and 47 half-centuries. In ODIs, he played 244 matches, scoring over 8,500 runs at an average of 39.35. After retirement, Mark transitioned into a media role, becoming a cricket commentator and analyst. His insights into the game, particularly about batting technique and fielding, were widely respected. Additionally, he worked as a national selector for the Australian cricket team, continuing to contribute to the development of Australian cricket. Beyond his on-field achievements, Mark Waugh's legacy also extends to his influence on the aesthetic side of cricket. His batting was often described as poetry in motion, and even when he was dismissed cheaply, fans and critics alike appreciated the beauty of his stroke play. This elegance, combined with his laid-back attitude, earned him the nickname Junior among his peers, as he was considered the more carefree and artistic counterpart to his brother Steve's more steely and determined persona. Mark was also highly regarded for his adaptability. While he was naturally an aggressive player in one-day internationals, capable of building rapid innings at the top of the order, he had the temperament and technique to excel in Test cricket as well. His ability to read the game, play according to the situation, and take calculated risks made him a key asset for Australia, especially during crucial matches. His contributions were instrumental in several of Australia's series victories, both home and away, including the Ashes series, where his performances consistently troubled England. A large part of Waugh's appeal was his versatility as a cricketer. In addition to his role as a batsman, Mark was a more than handy part-time bowler, particularly in ODIs. His off-spin was often used to break partnerships, and he finished his career with over 200 wickets across both formats. This ability to contribute with the ball, along with his sensational fielding, made him a complete player, the kind any captain would love to have in their side. His slip catching was legendary, and he still holds the record for most catches in a Test series, 23 catches in the 1993-94 Ashes. His reflexes, anticipation, and positioning made him one of the greatest slip fielders the game has ever seen. His pairing with Shane Warne, where Waugh stood in the slips to Warne's leg spin, became one of the most iconic bowler-fielder combinations in cricket history. Mark's career had a profound impact on shaping the way Australian cricket teams were built, especially in the 90s when they started their long era of dominance. His partnership with players like Ricky Ponting, Michael Bevan, and Adam Gilchrist helped Australia evolve into one of the most fearsome sides in both Test and ODI formats. The aggressive brand of cricket that Australia became known for was in part due to the confidence and assertiveness that players like Waugh embodied. Post-retirement, Mark Waugh continued to influence cricket in multiple ways. His work as a television commentator and pundit allowed him to share his expertise and keen understanding of the game with a broader audience. His commentary style, much like his playing style, was marked by its simplicity and insightfulness, and he was often lauded for his ability to break down complex strategies into understandable concepts for viewers. As a national selector for the Australian team between 2014 and 2018, Mark Waugh played a key role in shaping the next generation of cricketers. He was involved in the selection of several key players who went on to have successful international careers, helping to maintain Australia's standing as one of the premier cricketing nations. His focus on players who could perform across all formats of the game reflected his own approach as a versatile cricketer who excelled in both Tests and limited overs cricket. Off the field, Mark Waugh has led a relatively private life compared to some of his peers. He has been involved in various business ventures and maintains an interest in horse racing, which has been a lifelong passion. In fact, he co-owned several racehorses and often attended major racing events, further highlighting his diverse interests outside of cricket. Despite the controversies that briefly marred his career, Waugh's contributions to Australian cricket remain immense. His ability to balance elegance with effectiveness on the cricket field, along with his contributions as a fielder and occasional bowler, solidified his place among the legends of the game. To this day, he is remembered as one of the most naturally gifted cricketers to ever play for Australia, and his name continues to inspire young cricketers who aim to combine flair with substance in their own careers. Mark Waugh remains a revered figure in Australian cricket, known for his graceful batting and his role in Australia's dominance during the 1990s and early 2000s. His rivalry and partnership with his twin brother Steve added an interesting dynamic to Australian cricket, and his effortless style remains a benchmark for young cricketers who aspire to play with both flair and substance.